What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. It's just Rhonda. I'm just here to talk about Ready to Love Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 9. Can you just go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel? And we can go ahead and get into this thing. This time, I'm gonna just go one person at a time. It's easier that way. That's the way I wrote my notes. So I'm gonna start with Venetia because that's where they started. So Renisha is still at this little coffee shop or what have you, talking to Mizell and his ridiculous self. Mizell feels like he's been explaining himself since he came in the picture. Like, how you gonna come on the side note? Growing out your hair is a bitch. I'm just saying. Tie the headbands and things. Anyway, I feel like Mizell has been explaining himself like since he got here. Hasn't been on any dates. Well, he had that whole dance thing with Sharice, but like he hasn't had any like dates where getting to know each other type situations. And he already explaining himself. And he just sat up there and told Vernisha that he was interested in maybe pursuing something, more with her, and then turn around 5 minutes later and say he's interested in Sharice. Wish she had been the one that showed up. And yeah, if you don't mind, can you let her know like that you ran into me today and I'm still interested in her? I don't understand this man. I know they say he had some bad breath. So every time what's his name? Sharice said that. I'm not making it up. I don't know this man. I don't know what his breath smelled like, but the ladies were saying it was not that fresh. So every time he smiles, I'll be thinking his breath is bad and he should close his mouth. Um, and Vernisha was acting annoyed, and I think she was acting annoyed because he tried to play her. She actually said it on her way out the door, you can't play a player. Like, I mean, I guess if we over here being players, then I guess you get what you get. And I think you kind of were because as much as I like you, Vernisha, I feel like the way this dude was moving over there at the rooftop party was a little snakish. And so him asking you for your number should have thrown you off a bit. Just, like you came with her, like, you know what I'm saying? It just feels weird. And regardless to whether she talked about him or said she liked him or nothing, she was the one to invite him. You knew you didn't know that man from, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, her saying, hey, like if you trying to, him saying he wanted to go out with her saying, if that's what you're trying to do, holler at production, that's totally different than here's my number. We're gonna text each other. And then if you want to go on it just is weird. So I feel like everybody got what they deserved in that moment. Just saying. Then she goes out on a date with Tabari, who I don't really believe she likes. What I feel like is Vernisha need a soldier, you know, not the kind the army makes, but the kind of Destiny's Child was talking about. And I feel her on that because I too suffer from this disease. I ain't saying that good for you. I'm just saying that's the vibe she be giving. Like that's what she wants because she shows up like and everybody talks about Vernisha and all her voluptuousness and how she shows up. Some people be talking about her nipples. I'm like, I guess, child. I mean, if she's comfortable, I'm comfortable. I think it's probably a little distracting. Um, it is what it is. What do you want these niggas to focus on? But like I said, if she like it, I love it. I don't really care so much about what she wears. Everybody keeps saying she said she was a homemaker or a housewife. Or I that's not what I got from her either. I heard her say that she was, I don't know, her and Jabari was sitting at the bar. She did refer to herself um as a homemaker, I guess she did say those words, but I don't get like that. For me, that doesn't mean she stays at the house. Like she's a single mother, so raising children and a working woman. I feel like she's a homemaker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't feel like Vernisha is misrepresenting herself. I'm thinking she's showing up as who she is, and Tabari ain't a match for that. He don't know what to do with it. He looks like somebody that they would call smiley or happy. He's just kind of goofy and not really, her type. I don't know this lady, but it ain't giving me like, at this point, she's actually starting to act kind of irritated, like she don't want to be bothering him because he's goofy. And she probably put that thing on and was like, well, I'm gonna have to be filmed, so I might as well look cute in case somebody out here trying to see, but not Mr. Happy over here. What did they talk about? He sat down, they sat down at the table. It was kind of weird because she showed up with the jumpsuit on and they went into straight into spirituality as a conversation. I thought it was kind of weird, but I mean, I guess like they seem to be aligned on not being associated with any type of denomination, as a, Catholic, Baptist. He named all these different, religions that his family or that he had been exposed to. I don't find anything wrong with that. I guess, sometimes you got to expose yourself to different things in order to know where you fit in. Seems like they fitting in the same pocket on that one, but it didn't seem like a conversation that it just didn't come naturally. She's just kind of like, yeah, I'm spiritual, and I my relationship with God is between me and God. Don't have nothing to do with you. So what about you? Talk about your shit. So she wasn't really feeling like getting to know him better. Like I don't feel like there's anything he could have said that was going to change her energy because she's kind of like tired of his ass. And that's the show, girl. Did you think you was gonna come here and find love, or did you think you was just gonna go on dates? Now you tired of going on dates. I get it. Tabari asked, what did he say? What do they look like after the process? They look like he gonna be in Mississippi and she gonna be back in Houston doing what she, doing what she do. Because I don't really think she's feeling you like that, Tabari. It's okay. You'll be all right. Anyway, Sharice has a blind date with Maurice, and now everybody wanted her to have a another shot with Maurice. She said she was happy that it was Maurice. She glad to get that old thing back. I guess I don't find them to be a match either. I think they're close. I think he's close. I mean, that might be a match because when she showed up at that other date with them shoes that matched that dress, so maybe she is like a match. I don't know. Anyway, she was happy to see him nonetheless. They sat up there and talked. It was so funny. She was like, "Did you miss me?" And he said, "I thought about you." And I was like, that one, Mr. Maurice, is going in my bucket of things to respond. I hate that question. If I missed you, then I'm going to say, I missed you. Don't try to prompt me to say I missed you because now I'm irritated that you asked me that. Even if I did miss you, I ain't about to tell you because I don't like how you trying to pressure me to say something about it. So from now on, the next time somebody asks me, did you miss me? I'm probably going to just say, I thought about you. Now, he followed up with, all the nice things to say. Like, I think he likes her. And so it seems like she likes him. And it seems like they were doing more talking this time. I can't remember if they were in a bar or a restaurant. I feel like they were in a bar, and that's probably better. I don't think Maurice needs to be around any food when you're trying to talk to him because he can't seem to concentrate and focus on talking and eating at the same time. He just one of those people that like eat his food. He probably hums while he eats. You know, some people that hum while they eat. I think he's a hummer. Sharice did an interview over on Crystal XO, and she really only had nice things to say about Maurice. And she did bring up the fact that the cameras, like, you know, throw him off a little bit. I get that, like, because this camera throws me off a little bit. Like, I'm actually sitting in my room by my damn self, having a whole conversation, but I know y'all listening. So, and I appreciate that. Anyway, I understand the camera's making you feel uncomfortable. So now Sharice has another date with H-Town. Like I said, she showed up with these shoes that is the same damn color as her teal dress. How you got on teal dress and teal shoes? It was like they came out of a plastic package that she bought in the Barbie section where the clothes for the dolls be. And when I see this nigga, all I think of is, oh, somebody rocking, knocking the boots, because him and that high top fade. He's only 40. I'm just wondering, like, why does he have such an obsession with this high top fade that is spread your wings, fly away? I don't get it. He's only 40. Just, what do you be asking for when you go to the barber shop? Do you be like, hit me with an H-town? It's not a good look, bruh. I'm just saying. I mean, she think he's fine, I suppose. Anyway, um, I find it ironic that you had an issue with Maurice because you said he wasn't talking, and opening up. And he did say, like, this time around, he wants to go a little deeper. He said they could sit around talking about nothing all day, but that's a problem. And I guess I could see where it could be a problem. However, talking about a date that you would go on a different date while you're on a date, like, is that qualified as talking about nothing? When you sit there and talk about what your ideal date is, only you're not on an ideal date because you're sitting here on a date that's just sitting and talking about a different date. Y'all, I mean, help me understand, because I don't know why we sitting here looking at this man with this box haircut. And you mad at Maurice for not talking. And I've seen enough. I don't need to see a six pack. It's fine. I have a lip thing. I'm sorry. I have a lip thing. Donald's lips, just little too twerty birdie for me. And I don't know what this dude's lips are doing, but I don't think that I would want them anywhere near me. And I'm not saying that this man would have any interest in kissing me either. I'm just saying the high top fades and the tight little lips make me. Girl, you could have them, girl. You could have them. Anyway, Zadia. So they set Zadia up with this guy, Richard, that she had, first of all, picked out herself. It's not even like this lady picked him out for her. She picked him out, had one conversation with the man. He said one sentence she didn't like, and she was like, nope, I'll just go. She decided to go on a date with Jabari when she could have just went on a date with this man, since he's just so interesting and charming. I don't know what's changed between now and that time that first conversation happened, but this guy, this time, oh my goodness. I can appreciate that Zadi is making an effort because Cam is on bullshit. And I like Cam. They both on bullshit. That's what it is. Anyway, she making an effort. She might as well, because if Cam has to tell her one more damn time that he does not have time for this shit, I mean, I don't know what else she wants him to do, or any of us either. This kid, Richard, and I'm saying kid because he is a kid, and he's a he's a grown ass kid, 35 years old. I think that's how old he is. Anyway, he's a high school principal. For me, he's a kid. I'm just saying. What is the education system like in New Orleans? I'm just curious because y'all have some very young principals. And I think some jobs require a little bit of seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how long he spent in the education system. I'm just saying that this is the second young principal that y'all have had on the show. Principals and photographers and, x-ray technicians. Can a principal provide a soft life for Zadia? I'm just curious. I'm not even trying to be funny. I know there's a huge conversation all the time about how teachers are underpaid. And the money ain't that much different. I've worked in the institution of education, and the money is not that much different, especially when you weigh out the time that you have to spend and the stress. So him being a high school principal in the city of New Orleans, is he going to be able to afford to pamper Zadia the way she likes to be pampered? Because her wardrobe and wigs alone, since she's been here, have appeared to be like nothing cheap about it. The wig's been on point mostly. And I'm not a wig girl, but every time I see the face be beat, the hair be done, and the clothes be, fashion. She be fashioning, and the body be bodying. So, it's a maintenance situation over there. That's what I'm saying. Can he handle that? I don't know. I don't know. Um, my personal, he seemed a little extra and immature. Probably, I mean, and I don't mean immature as he's probably exactly where he should be as far as maturity is concerned. But I feel like Zadia is going to require somebody maybe a little bit older and a little more mature, aged, seasoned. That's it. That's all. This guy had a very young spirit, probably because he's around kids. You know what I'm saying? It's something that she don't even really have no interest in. Now, she did say something to somebody about gifting a baby, and I want that to not be a thing. I want people to stop saying they're gonna be gifting somebody a baby. Who else said that? Somebody said that dumb shit. Listen, when you give somebody a gift, they're supposed to take it with them, and that's not usually what happens. So you can't be gifting nobody no baby unless you know, gifting your damn self. Anyway, that's a little bit off the subject. Well, Zadia said Richard had her tangling. I think Zadia is a lie. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. She said, I mean, I didn't even think about Cam. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. And it's okay because we can all go on dates and dates and dates and dates and dates until you find somebody you like. And that's hard. So you and Cam connected from day one. From day one, y'all went on the little get together straight to, you know, park outside all night. And that's the fun shit that you're trying to get to. Everybody is like, you know, judging her based on did she spend the night with that man after the first night? I don't know. I don't know whether she did or what she didn't. I know if she did, I'm not judging her because it's hard to find somebody that you connect with on that level. And then you want to be all up in their space. So, you know, I think she grown and it's a kind of silly for her to act like, you know, she didn't if she did, but I also feel like she ain't gotta say if she don't want to. So yeah, I always be wanting to know like too much. Did she sleep with him? I kind of don't care at this point. They like each other. That much I know. It's unfortunate. So now Zadia goes on a date with Cam. This is date number 8. And I'm like, 8 dates in how many weeks? 6 weeks? I don't think it's been that long. I know it's a lot of dates in a short period of time. So at the end of the day, I'm starting to kind of see why he's like, I don't have time for this shit. He didn't know Zadia before he got there. Everybody's like, Cam came to promote his whatever. Maybe everybody did. Everybody did. Nobody came there expecting to really find love. Not expecting. Now, if it happened, then I'm sure they're cool with it. But nobody came there thinking that love was going to happen because we all know it's just not that easy. Zadia didn't. She came to show off all her fashions and her wigs, and she did that. But she also kind of clicked with somebody that I don't think she necessarily expected to have happen. And same with Cameron. So, is his name Cameron? Cam. Anyway, Cam, well, now you're here. And I'm gonna need for you to not come back every other week, not every other week, every freaking week. And at this point, 3, 4 times an episode saying you don't have time. Both of them are getting on my nerves with this shit. Zadia tells Cam that, you know, Tamika's still sending her on dates. And he's like, so how's that going for you? And she said, well, I kind of am settled in what I want. And he said, oh man, well, that's not the response she wanted. It's because Cam realizes that Zadia is high maintenance. And if she's not spending any of her time dating these, you know, blind dates, going on these blind dates, that she's going to have expectations of him that he's not prepared to give her. Zadia, that's what he keep on saying. That's what he keeps on saying. You require a lot. Even your friend was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna be able to have time for her." I've heard just about everybody say they don't know what kind of time Zadia expects from a person who's supposed to be providing her the soft life. Everybody has said that, including myself. So she's not even making a whole lot of sense. So here you have this man that's very busy, who's found someone he likes, didn't probably anticipate that because this ain't really why he came here. Um, she lives in DC and clearly has decided she has no intention to move to New Orleans. See, the premise of the show was make a move and, to New Orleans, since that's where you at. Just saying. Vernisha came with intentions of, I have family here. I would like to be able to, relocate if the right situation was to happen. Ain't happened, but that's okay. But at least she's open to actually being there and is already spending, time there. Clearly, it's Houston and New Orleans, so I guess that's a normal thing. Matter of fact, when Katrina happened, I feel like a bunch of people went to Houston, so it's not so out of the ordinary for somebody to be connecting from Houston to New Orleans. Anyway, Cam told her, like, basically, you already have this process that you signed up for. You should ride it on out. What else are you going to do with your time? I don't have time. So, on this show or not on this show, I can't be entertaining you like only so much. And I feel like Cam is like generally stressed about his work and spending time with her on this show because the restrictions are different than it would be, and when he says we can still like, get to know each other outside of this process, I feel like he believes that. And it could be a thing. If that's not what she wants, if they don't see no future in it, which I don't see how there could be, because Zadia has no intention of moving to New Orleans and Cam has no intention of moving to DC. So now you have two people that like each other, but have no like. Ain't nobody trying to be grown doing a long distance relationship. If she was going to be here, he would figure out time. They would figure out what their rhythm is. Under these circumstances, the boy said he tired, girl. How many times has he said this? 4 times. Um, Zadia seems to think that if I'm not going out on dates with other men, that will free us up to have more dates. And he's like, no, that's not what that means at all. It's not. At the end of the day, it's not even so much about the time because, like, it's a fact. You make time for what you want to do. I don't think that's the biggest issue. The issue is, why am I going out of my way making time for this person who's not even going to be here? It's like I'm wasting my time. I have a vision. It's not changing. And I don't blame him. Girl, you said you a lot of work. You might want to stop being so much work. I'm just saying. Zadia says she asked him if he wanted to still be a part of the process or not, and she said he should have said no. Yeah, probably. However, at the end of every episode, and they tell you who are you going to move on with and who are you going to let go of, you keep on picking him after he keeps on telling you the same thing. So that lies in both of y'all's lap. This boy Cam is over here stressed out because he won't just, boss up and say, girl, I don't want to do this process anymore. You want to hit me up, but I can't do this shit anymore at all these dates. Now I got work to do. He won't say that. He keeps saying, well, I want to get to know you, but I'm so busy. And she keeps going like, well, I mean, you keep saying you're busy, but I'm gonna keep you around anyway. I'd have slapped both of y'all getting on my nerves. Girl, let him go. Because at the end of the day, it has to happen outside the process anyway. Um, that's just how it has to work. After you go through this whole thing on TV, then, and that's what any of these dating shows, then you have to see, like, what does real life look like? He said he ain't entertaining no long distance relationship, really. He doesn't know if that's a thing for him. And y'all keep talking about the women have the power to let his ass go. Because what's gonna be different next week? He gonna be, at this point, he's showing up. He's not even showing up with the dimples no more. Y'all was over there smiling at each other and stuff. Now it's so stressful to even hang out and be together because he's like, oh my God, I've been so busy. Now his attitude is different. Send his ass home. And if he likes you, he'll pursue. and he'll find time. I had to save Ashley for last because she comes with the most bullshit. I want to take this moment to thank Ashley for allowing us to have so much entertainment and so much to talk about. I feel like give this girl a show. If you bored, she's damn sure entertaining. So this had me confused. Ashley walks into this restaurant with flowers and candy, and she said Kirsten sent them to her. Sorry. She said Kirsten sent her the flowers and the candy. Well, I don't know where he sent them to because, I mean, if he sent them to somewhere, why are you coming in the restaurant with them? I was confused by that. Then she gets in the restaurant and there Kirsten stands with a bouquet of flowers. And I'm like, is production not talking to each other? Is some people on this side giving her flowers and some people on this side giving him flowers? They looked like they came from the same basket. I'm just saying. And now, she's standing there with the flowers that, he sent her supposedly and the flowers that he's handing to her. It was weird. And I was like, y'all are full of shit. He didn't even bring flowers and a card. Now we're supposed to believe that Kirsten, Playboy Kirsten, was standing somewhere in the Hallmark store buying a card for Ashley. That's the story we're supposed to believe. I believe production had a few baskets of flowers to hand out to all of these niggas, including Smiley and H-Town. I'm just saying. Did Donald ain't came with no flowers. Who is this Kirsten anyway? He's acting very different. It's odd. It's really odd. I'm confused by this whole thing. Ashley, on the other hand, she says she feel like she's floating on clouds and she hasn't felt this special in a minute. No, you didn't feel special when Donald showed up and swept you off your feet after this nigga Kirsten left you hanging. After this dude Kirsten left you begging at the door, talking about, all right, well, if I gotta go, I gotta go. And then he left you clawing at the door, talking about, you're not even gonna fight for me. No. Now he got you on the clouds because production gave him, few baskets of flowers to give you. I guess, girl. This is why I said I knew she didn't like Donald. She does not get this kind of excited when she sees Donald. Donald is just there because she doesn't have somebody there. And Lord knows somebody got to be there to tell Ashley how beautiful and how wonderful she is and, pay her attention because she feeds off of it like a hungry dinosaur. She asked him, like, are things going to be like this from now on, or is this just a one-time thing? So when she say from now on, I'm guessing that means you planning on, keeping this thing going. Miss, I'm floating on air, but I got Donald over here, thinking I'm trying to be a serious relationship. She tells him, like, you remind me of all the guys I've dated in the past. And he's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And she's like, it's a whole like Bold and the Beautiful scene. She's like, what do you want? And he's like, fun. I want to have fun. We have fun together, don't we? I mean, Ashley, he says he wants fun. And I'm here to tell you, I feel like Ashley is every bit of fun that Kirsten thinks she is. I'm just saying. She seems like, you know how they say about crazy girl sex? I think Ashley is giving all the kooky crazy girl sex that, a man can ask for and then some. So I understand why he's, standing over here at the Hallmark store. All of a sudden I get it. Like a second ago, I didn't understand. But now that, I'm picturing Kirsten and fun Ashley, I get it. I get why he's at the Hallmark store. Maybe he did go buy the card, y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, he's talking shit. She's eating it up. He's talking about, what do you want and how he wants to like work on them being a thing. And no, he doesn't. I feel like he said that before, but now it's coming with flowers, so it has to be more believable. What is he promoting? Why is he really here? Is it for the fun? Did he come back just for the fun? Because I don't know why else he would be here. Nobody even likes him. Now Ashley has a date with Donald. Her attitude is very different. She walking up in there with a solemn face. Like I'm getting that same vibe I got when she was over at the bowling alley trying to be mad at him for not texting her. I'm just saying he's in trouble for no reason. He's not about to be ready for it. She said, Kristen stepped up to the plate. And now she's not sure that Donald can keep up. And I'm like, what the hell happened after that date was over? He stepped up to the plate and Donald can't keep up because how long has he been gone, Kirsten? You and Donald been talking every day. Have you been talking to Kirsten every day? I don't think so. Because I feel like when you're talking to a person, y'all was talking in the day and texting and having all this communication. And that's how you get closer to a person. So out the blue, this nigga shows up with a couple bouquets of flowers and Donald can't keep up. Okay, girl. Donald, I told you she was toxic. I told you. You staying in a toxic field of women. I feel like this is what you do. Well, this is what you said you do, and you proved yourself to be right. You should have stayed gone the first time. You should have just stayed gone the first time. Ashley says she's all about a man that fights for her. So I guess she about to see if that's how the shit is gonna go down. She wants to see them fight. Donald is like, I like your dress and I like your eyelashes. And she's like, that's real cute. But you know what? Let's get on past small talk. We done moved past all of that. So what's going on with us? Like her energy is just like all that. He wasn't getting none of that. He's like, yeah. What's going on with us? Tell me, what is it? What is it that you want? I'm really tired of these big talks at every dinner. Is that how you really get to know each other? Like, I feel like we didn't see them have no fun. Maybe they could have went on double dates with their keepers so you could see them like, you know what I'm saying? In a funner environment, like the bowling alley. Like, I feel like some of the dates would have been more, instead of us sitting around talking about what are we? Well, I don't know. We've been on 3 dates. I'm not sure really what to say it is at this point, but I need to have answers because there's only 3 more episodes of this show left, and I need to know if we're in a relationship or not. Or Donald. He doesn't even know what's happening. Ashley wants to know the plans for the future, and he's like, he wants to move forward with her and see where things go. Like, honestly, as much as I hate how Donald is always giving like the answer that you're supposed to, he thinks she wants to hear. I don't know how much more he could have given her at this point. Like at this point, what do I see? Am I looking for something serious? I guess. Is it with you? That's where we at. We trying to see. We trying to see. And Ashley, how many futures are you planning? Are you planning a future with Kirsten? Or are you planning a future with Donald? You want them to have answers specifically about what they want, what you want, from them, but what is it that you're giving? Because right now you're giving a little player vibe and it's not cute. She brings up Kirsten again to this boy. Well, somebody from our past is creeping his way in and he's confused. Like, why is she, bringing up this dude? Like, what does she exactly do you want me to do? Is she asking pretty much, what are you going to do to move him on out of the running for me because you got to compete. And he basically was like, not compete. That's what I'm not going to do. All I could do is be me. And if it's supposed to be us, then it is. She sound crazy. That's why she gonna get played, because she over here playing, Ashley. What she said was, and I sure hope that there was more conversation that took place between the last thing that she said and then look at this boy and say, what I need for you to do is be more comfortable. Like, I need you to show up here in something besides those loafers, and they pan down to his shoes. And then she did this thing where like, hi, I'm Donald. I'm Mr. Buttoned Up Businessman. And I was like, oh, you're making fun of him now? That's not nice, Ashley. I'm just saying, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling her energy. Now all of a sudden, you don't like his compliments. You don't really like his conversation. You don't like his shoes. She says she needs somebody that chooses her always. I guess, girl, I think that's what he's been doing. This whole time he's been choosing her. And she ain't choosing him, not if Kirsten comes through. It was real awkward the way things ended because he's pretty much, I mean, she like talking, first she tells him that, we passed that. We didn't really got to do all of that. And then she tells him that some other dude is like trying to slide his way on back in there. And then she tells him, like, I hate how you dress. Your shoes are ugly and be different. Stop being you. So now the ladies have to meet up with Tamika. She's getting a little, you know how she does before the mixer. So she asked Sharice about Maurice. Sharice and Maurice, that's funny. Sharice said she was glad to see Maurice. They had a good time, good conversation. He was saying all the right things. So, have she got a decision to make because, Maurice is back and then there's H-Town over here with the, child. Um, Ashley, oh my God, Ashley says she can look at Kirsten and then the whole world disappears. Everybody's gone. It's just him and her. And she's just unsure if he wants to be serious. She doesn't know what he wants, if he wants her or he said he wants fun, girl. That's what he said. He said he wants to have some fun. He want to have some fun with you. So go on, girl. Have some fun over there because you ain't feeling Donald. That's for damn sure. Tamika said, Vernisha, what did you learn on your date? Vernisha got in trouble. Um, she said she learned that Mizell was out here playing games, and she said that she learned that she can play nice and not overreact. I guess. I mean, I don't see why there would have been any reason for her to overreact. You and Mizell was over there being messy, both of y'all. She said Mizell's still interested in Sharice. And Sharice was like, it's a hell to the no, no, no for her. She don't want no parts of that. No, and thank you. I ain't mad at her. Um, Zadia says she really enjoyed Richard and that she's interested in going on a second date with him. And everybody was like, what? Because all up until, very first episode, it was all about Cam. And she said, um, she told Cam that she was ready to like settle just on him. And he told her to keep enjoying the process. And so Sharice said that's because he don't like you like that. And Ashley said, he who wouldn't want Zadia? But then he still gotta work. And I don't know, child. I would never go to Ashley for any type of advice on anything. So please, by all means, whatever Ashley said, don't even worry about it. Um, Renisha says if he ain't have time, he shouldn't be here. Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. He's here now, and look, this is where we're at. It's time for the mixer. H-Town shows up with some roses off of that production rose carts they be having outside the set. And he couldn't show up empty-handed. The last time he came to a mixer, that other boy had a gift for Sharice. So I guess he figured I'm not doing that twice. Smart man. Donald brings dessert. Poor Donald, he don't know what to do. He's like, I bought you some cheesecake and some sweet potato pie, girl. That's not catering to you, Ashley? Making sure you have a little sweet something. No, no butterflies. When you see Donald, John, like the room doesn't disappear. I told y'all when she kissed him last week, she turned her head. She don't want it. She doesn't like it. Radisha's sitting up there pouting because Tabari didn't text her until 6 o'clock. I'm not sure what's up with these ladies and this whole thing about not texting and didn't you text me today, but it was too late. Like that's how you know she doesn't like him because she's looking for stupid shit. What is he texting you to say? He knew he was coming there. He texted you and said, hey, I'm coming, girl. She don't like it. She doesn't like him. Here comes Smiley begging. They should even be having no type of issue, honestly. She bad as Ashley over here, dogging Donald out. Kind of starting to be embarrassing. Cam came in, he tired. It's been a long work day. I'm just not go, I'm gonna go home and get some damn sleep. He got her nervous. She done spilled the drink all over her dress, and that's unfortunate because she was killing it in that pink dress. But now she gotta go find something else. So while she's going to change her clothes, Tamika takes Cameron to the side so she can have a little conversation with him about, you know, what's going on with Zadia. He said, you know, he didn't know what he signed up for. He's busy, and she was like, I don't believe that. I do. I believe he knew what he was signing up for, but not really. And she was like, I think either you're stringing her along or you're in love with her. I think he's definitely not in love with her. I think he likes her. That much is true. And I think he's definitely stringing her along because he doesn't want to really let her go, but he needs to like go to work. So, and like I said, and he knows she's leaving. Like, who wants to be investing all this time in somebody and then have to figure out how to say goodbye? I think he's trying to go ahead and cut his losses early. Um, he said he's not trying to do long distance, and that's their only option. So I'm not mad at it. I don't think that means he doesn't like her, but I do think it means that you're stringing her along. You should have just said, like she said, I don't want to do the process anymore. Barry over here apologizing to Venetia. I don't know why. I guess because he didn't text. She doesn't like him, so let's vote him off. Um, Ashley and Donald. She's talking about this nigga Kirsten again. She's telling him that I'm thinking about bringing this guy back, and he's like, she said that her and Donald lack passion and excitement. Yeah, it's true. And so, what does she do? Choose him again. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense because she knows that it's this boy Kirsten will come in here and make a fool of her. So she gonna talk to him like she did Donald behind the scenes. And Kirsten, if he ain't gonna be on TV, he's not gonna be participating in any of that foolishness unless you bring him fun. So there's that. So Ashley keeps Donald, Renisha keeps Bari because what else she gonna do? She could have sent his ass home. She should have just sent his ass home. But anyway. Cam is sitting over there backtracking again, talking about he running away from, the future. And Cam, stop. Now he stop confusing her. And if she has any good sense, then she would like let his ass go. We got a cliffhanger, so we don't know what her decision is. But girl, if this boy Richard got you tingling, go on over there because you and Cam are not gonna be a thing. And like he said, what else you gonna do with your time while you're here? Because you might as well. This is what you signed up for. Next week, they have them meeting the families. I don't know why. I hate the idea of this, but why not? Why not take Sharice over there and meet Maurice's family? No, we don't know how that interaction was. Vernisha meets Tabari's mother, and she did not bring her cleavage. She had on something form-fitting, but she did cover up the nipples and things for the boy's mama. So, Vernisha knows exactly what she's doing when she puts those, sexy, distracting clothes on. And Ashley, of course, is over here fighting with this man's family member. Now, I don't know if that was his sister. If it is his sister, she probably looked at Ashley with them freaking claws and eyelashes, and she was probably like, here he come with another toxic ass chick. So, wasn't Ashley over here fighting with Alex's mama and family members? I think that's what the people said. Anyway, y'all, that's how it ended. So we'll see how it all turns out with Ashley over here disrespecting Donald in front of his family members. Um, yeah, so like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next one, y'all. Bye.